Hey everybody, welcome back to my cave. Wandered into my favorite gun store, one of my favorite gun stores today, and I was actually thinking about picking up a Savage B-Mag, getting back into that. They've supposedly done some refinements. Lo and behold, what's there waiting for me? Brand spanking new, first one I've ever seen, the Savage A17 17 HMR. Semi-auto design, delayed blowback, not new. They did not develop it for this gun. It's something goes back 80, 90, 100 years probably when semi-autos were first brought around. Pre-World War II maybe even. This one, if you've seen my videos in the past, I'm going to go on record right now. I've had this thing apart about 3 times, put it back together, take it apart, put it together, down to the basics as far as you would take it to give it a good, thorough cleaning. I think they actually put some serious thought into this gun, some serious engineering. Take into consideration this is $350, $400, $450 guns I'm talking about. This one was on the shelf $399.99, 6% tax, $4 1/4. I walked out the door. You've seen any of my videos, like I started to say there, I think. The last one, Savage B-Mag, I don't think they put a lot of thought into it. They threw it on the market and they let the consumer figure it out. This one, exact opposite. The engineers had time to think and design. I'm going to go on record right now. If this thing shoots like the 17 HMR has been known to shoot, very, very, very accurate, they're going to sell millions of these things. That said, I'm going to put a camera over here. We're going to take it down to the bare, as far as you would take it to give it a good, thorough cleaning. And we're not going to take the triggers apart, nothing like that. Let me shut the camera down, move it over. We'll continue. Okay, you get this thing at home. You're going to take it home, clean it. You always clean them, oil them, get all the gook out of them. There may be still machine marks, machining filings, shipping and packing oil, which may or may not be good lubricating oil. Read your owner's manual. It's very clear, very simple. It's a no-brainer design. There's a little punch type tool in there. I have not read that far myself even. It's got a notch cut in it, and I'm sure that's for adjusting the accu-trigger. But we're going to use it. They say use a punch. I'm going to use this right here. This is your recoil spring, your operating spring. We're going to push that forward. This is the dust cover. It's going to come off. They say just push that forward and lift it off. As most things today in this price range, there's a lot of plastic, a lot of polymer. It's actually kind of a snap fit. We're going to push that forward and it lift up just a little bit. Get my fat hands out of the way. Let me get a screwdriver blade under just like that. And pop. You're not putting any pressure. You're not going to leave any big marks on it. It's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. Don't make an issue out of it. It's really not. Get my tools laid out here. As anything, when you take stuff apart, there's the first part to come off, the second part, third part. Lay them out, put it back together, exact opposite. It's all springs and pins. If you can see this, the knob on the back of this is your spring. Let me show you this working here. Came out of line. There's your bolt. Nothing more than the dust cover removed. And that's in proper order. The back of this spring, this housing, this plastic, is what's in that hole. That's what you are pushing on when you use that tool. Next, push that forward, lift it up slightly. There's your spring mechanism. Don't ever take that apart because it'd probably be a royal pain to get back together. Also, the next thing out, I'm going to tell you, is that another pin, and that's going in there. That's through there like that. That's what's making the whole show springy. That goes there. That said, your bolt will come out. They say if you just shake it, it'll come out. It will not. You're trying to compress the hammer just a little bit. Just a little bit of push. There's your bolt. Whole thing that makes this thing happen. Delayed blowback. I hope I got a camera good enough you can see that. That little piece right there. That comes up and that bolt goes forward. That spring drives that forward. That thing goes up. There's a recess in the top of the receiver. That's setting in that recess. That thing goes bang. In what? A bullet that's going 2,500, 3,000 feet per second, go 24 inches. In a thousandth of a second, that bullet is out. There's just enough taper on that block and into there. It slows that down. It reduces, it goes down flat, it cycles. Absolute no-brainer. Okay, you got the bolt out. Take the mag out anytime you want to. Of course, they always say, unload the gun, do this, do that. Back right side up, 532 Allen wrench right here. Your rear bolt. Next in line, flip it over, there's your front bolt, right in front of the magazine well. Wow, must have felt a little stronger when I put that one in there. Put your safety halfway because it's got to drop through the stock. Oh, just like that. She comes apart. Let's talk about the stock first. And we talked about the B-mag, very flimsy, recycled milk jugs. This is about the same stuff, but it's way more rigid. It's got a little bit more through here. It's relatively stiff. Another thing to tell you, things to come, those two screws hold in a shim. That shim is for the small barrel. You telling me the heavy barrel is yet to come? Well, we'll find out. Very simple. That's mass production. They kick them out like popcorn. The barrel. Using your little tool again, there's a pin right here. Push out that little bugger right there. The trigger mechanism slides forward maybe half an inch, comes right out. That same thing with the pins. That pin goes through a hole. This pin holds it all into place. When it's in the stock, it's captured, it can't go anywhere. Just a few pins, couple of screws holds the whole thing together. Your hammer mechanism, trigger mechanism, excuse me, a lot of polymer. The whole thing is just a polymer casting. Modern manufacturing there, folks. Never have to take that in apart any farther than that to clean it. No way, shape, or form. A little bit of rub down. Oh, there went the beer. Son of a bitch. End of video. Alright, we had a couple technical difficulties there. We are cleaned up. We're ready to go. Start over again. I was starting to say, anytime you can tear a gun this apart, this fast, this easy, the best way to clean it is always from the chamber to the muzzle. If you don't have to go through the muzzle, do not. That's a very delicate little spot right there. You always want to go in this way. One more little thing, when I showed you that stud that sticks up right there, right here, camera, you probably can't see it. There's a recess right there in the top of the receiver. That's what that fits into. Retards that bolt from going back immediately. You know, a thousandth of a second, that bullet's out. Slow it down that little bit, contain that pressure. Very simple build. Let's put it back together. Trigger group. This pin, that round cylinder in the back, it's going to go in that hole right there. These two little dogs, don't know if you can see them, one on each side. They're fitting right in that recess. It's very simple. You take it apart when you buy one. You're going to know exactly what's going on here. Got to hit that hole in the back. Bink. There she goes. Our pin drops back in. It's flush. You drop her back in. Safety has to be dead center in the middle. Drop back in the stock. One on the bottom, one on the top. Kind of a no-brainer. Kind of nice when they build guns that way. Guns that are easy to clean should get cleaned. There's no reason for them to fail because they're dirty. You put the bolt back in, gonna feel like there's a little resistance. All you're doing is pushing that hammer down. Just push it in there. Give it a little snap, she'll pop right in there. That fits back on there. It's pretty much no-brainer. The finger groove goes to the forward, goes to the front. Maybe that's a better way of saying that. Better shot of that. This is the pin that fit in that hole, just like that. This other one, the black one, is fitting in this one. Just a bunch of pins fitting in holes with the spring to put some tension on it to hold it all together. One little pop. Okay, you can see that white right there. Telling you, she's all back together. Smooth. One more thing I like about it, I want to show you real quick. Lock the bolt back. There's a lever right here. Push that. She stays open. Whoop, maybe I should get down a little bit. Lever right here. Pull her back. Push that up. She's open. Unlike some guns, you got to sit there, pull it back, hunky with this here release. This, put a fresh mag in. You're rocking and rolling right there. I'm going to tear it apart and I'm going to clean the bore out, get everything out of there clean. I do not work tomorrow. Next time you see this, gonna have a Leupold, might have a Swarovski. I got a Vortex setting here. I'm going favoring the Vortex. I don't know if my rings are high enough it's gonna fit, but I got a 4-16 Vortex. I hope that's what's gonna be on it. We're gonna be on a shooting range tomorrow. This video I'm gonna put on this evening, and you'll be seeing a lot of this guy right here. I'm liking it. I think you will too. We'll find out in another day. Thanks a lot.